Break this one down. What do you think is the biggest reason the Lakers lost?
Draymond Green and Andrew Wiggins. Skip, Draymond Green was hunting a shot last night. He was extremely aggressive. He scored 20 points. Do you realize that's the second time? Hold on. He's only scored 20 since Christmas of 2019. Let that sink in for a second. Skip, it's 2023. This man went and got 20 points for only the second time since Christmas of 2019. Mm-hmm. Andrew Wiggins, hunting his shot, extremely aggressive. 25 points. That's the most he's scored since he's been back. So when you combine those two things and the lackadaisical attitude in which the Lakers came out with, Skip, I tweeted right on cue and didn't tweet another thing the rest of the night because I already knew what's going to happen. I could tell by their body language. I could tell the way they came out. They was like, okay, we're going to close this thing out on Friday. Same thing that you saw in Memphis a couple of weeks ago, Skip, when they had Memphis down. What was it, 3-1? I think they had Memphis down 3. I think 3-1.
As you know, this is not Memphis.
I know. But this is the same Lakers, the same attitude, the same laissez-faire attitude in which they came out with against Memphis, they came out with against the Golden State Warriors. But the Warriors is a different animal. They're a much dangerous team, much more dangerous team than the Memphis Grizzlies. They're tried and true. They're battle-tested. They're not to be played with. And I don't know what because here's the thing, Skip. You see what happened with AD? An inadvertent hand to the head, and guess what? He's out. Now, what's to say something like this doesn't happen? You see LeBron step on Kevon Looney's
did.
What's to say? That's why you don't fool around with things like this. If you get an opportunity, my grandfather said, boy, kill a gnat with a sledgehammer.
Thank you.
You don't squander these. You don't put off tomorrow for what you can do today.
Yep.
And I get it, home crowd, blah, blah, blah. But look, the Warriors feel like, oh, hey, we got this, man. We can do this. And Steph coming into the building, we just got to win one. We don't need to win 3. We need to win 1.
Yeah.
Man, the Warriors, I mean, what can't you say, Skip? They gave them what? I think they had like 7, 8, 9 threes in the first quarter. They're just like shoot around threes. Lakers I was like, bro, what y'all gonna do? And then I knew. Within 2 minutes of the ball game, I saw Gary Payton battle, get offensive rebound, kick, and lead the 3-point shot.
Yep.
I was like, yep, let's go and get ready, Let's go and get ready for Friday night. Because I can see the way you guys are playing. You seem disinterested. You thought the Warriors were going to lay down. And if you know anything about this Steve Kerr-led team, the nucleus is there. They're not going down without a fight. This will be the most difficult game that the Lakers would have played since the Game 6 of the Miami Heat in the bubble championship. Because the Warriors believe now. You've given them an opportunity. And Draymond Green's going to come out with the same mentality. He's going to be aggressive. Andrew Wiggins is going to be aggressive. LeBron, okay. That's all I got to say.
Okay. I second and third and fourth all of your emotions. Times 100. You had your chance last night. Now, I must admit, I told you yesterday, I liked your chances better last night of ending this series than I like now going forward because you have recreated a dynastic monster now. You had them on the run. You had them on the ropes. You had them second-guessing, third-guessing, fourth-guessing themselves. You had some internal dissension rearing its ugly head. Jordan Poole versus Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr in anguish. I'm pushing all the buttons and I can't find a button that works. I hoped, for all our sake, I thought LeBron and AD would come out and just say, no, we got this, we're better than you are, and put them out of their misery in the first quarter. And it didn't happen that way. And LeBron got off to a shaky start. He made some amends in the second quarter. I'll show you that. But I'm talking about setting a tone right out of the box that everybody will find. He's still the guy. He's the man. He's the face of the franchise. What do you call him? The most important player? Okay, so he's still the most important player. He did make third-team All-NBA. We're going to debate this later. You can make a case he should have made a higher team, right? Correct. Okay, so that's how good. He's still a top 10 player. So I'm putting him up here on this pedestal, to open the game. I need him to set some tone for this team because it follows his lead. Oh, he came to play tonight. Draymond came to play, and you could just see it from dribble one.
Yep.
And he's in everybody's face, and he's in the referee's faces, and he's talking, and he's talking, and he's talking, and he's backing it up. For once, he backed up every last word he spat out at the Lakers or the referees. So now I'm going to show you how LeBron started the game. And the first one was iffy and shaky and weird, but it has a message to it. He gets called for 5 seconds on a back down dribble. And I didn't even know there was this rule.
Yeah, I knew it, but I hadn't seen it called all year.
Okay, Stan Van Gundy said, I haven't seen it all year.
Have you?
I thought it was a prehistoric rule that is so dusty that nobody ever dusts it off and calls
Charles Barkley rule.
Yeah, and LeBron is backing down Wiggins, and he's dribbling. So let's see these 3 turnovers. LeBron has 3 turnovers in the first 4 minutes of the game. So he's backing down Wiggins. He's backing him down. He's backing him down and backing him down. You know, I got to tell you, this is no respect for LeBron James. That's no respect.
Man,
that's
James Williams called. They called him Gucci Mane,
right, okay.
but he was on some bull jive last night.
And you saw he just lost the handle on that one.
What was that?
That's a bad idea. It's just a bad idea. It's careless. It's haphazard. It's half-hearted. LeBron, you're better than that. Yeah, I call him all the time. You're still the best passer in basketball. You're the all-time leading scorer. So on the first one, the guy who just passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is backing down to Andrew Wiggins, and you're going to call 5 seconds on him?
Thank you.
If you call it on Lonnie Walker the fourth, I'm like, okay, I got it. But
it'd be interesting. I should have researched it. How many times they actually called that, Skip, this year? It'd be very interesting.
Well, I don't know one, and I watch
I'll have that for him. I have that for him in a few minutes.
Okay, all right. So the point is, the second one's just careless. He just lost the handle, and the third one, he just throws it away. And now, guess what? They go right down, and Steph hits not a 20-footer. It's a 30-foot three. And I look up at the score, and it's 17-5.
Right.
Well, guess what? You're probably going to lose this game because if you let them have their head, if you let them regain the momentum, they're going to run from you, and they're going to front run all over you.
Yes.
Okay, so LeBron, I predicted he's going to make 4 threes. He did make 3, but he made them boom, boom, boom right in a row in the second quarter. If we could see his 3 threes, he got hot-handed. He shot them with authority and conviction like he meant them, and when they went up, it looked good. He launched. He stepped into it and swished it. And then here we go again, and he says, you know what? I'm feeling pretty good, and I got another one. And then here he goes again. This is the one where I said, now we got some heat check time, because then he misses a bomb the next time, and then he doesn't make another 3. But those 3 threes, if you look at what was going on, they had weathered the storm in the first quarter because Golden State made 7 threes in the first quarter.
And you're only down 4 points going.
Because AD scored 13 in the first quarter. So he came out and matched Draymond's intensity, at least on the scoreboard, with 13 first-quarter points.
Right.
Okay, so LeBron's 3 threes put them in order, up 2, up 1, and then tied it at 50. And they did. Austin Reeves made a shot that tied it at 54, and then that was the end of it.
They took off.
They just fell apart. Down the stretch of the second quarter, they just got run out of the gym, and they're down 11. And then, Shannon, check this out. In the third quarter, I thought Golden State was starting to teeter a little bit, like they had spent so much must-win energy in the first half that all of a sudden they start losing their legs. And in the third quarter, they go 0 for 9 from 3. 0 for 9?
Yep.
Did you take advantage of that? No, you did not. And it's just like nobody, and I'm not blaming LeBron for this, it's just nobody. LeBron scored 4, AD scored 3, and despite 0 for 9 from 3, the final score of the third quarter was 23-all. So you didn't cut into the deficit at all.
Correct.
Okay, so now you're in trouble. So Darvin Ham goes back to the Lonnie Walker the fourth well. He pushes that button, and guess what? Nobody was home.
Yeah, the well was dry.
Okay, the well was dry. And in the first half, Lonnie Walker got 16 minutes a run, 16 minutes, and took no shots. Well, he reverted to being Lonnie Walker of the Spurs. That's what I kept telling you. Well, he'll hit and he'll miss, he'll come and he'll go. And for the whole game, he scored 4 points, and he got to play 28 minutes. Well, that's a lot of minutes.
Yes.
And then on the flip side, he's taking minutes away from Jared Vanderbilt. Listen, I don't care what you say about Jared Vanderbilt on offense. he is a really high-level defender who can really bother Steph or Clay or both on various possessions. And you took him out of it. You just said, no, he can't shoot, so we can't play him. Well, really? Okay, so what's he end up playing for the game?
Vanderbilt played 11 minutes.
11 minutes, and he gave you nothing. I got it. He scored no points. But you missed him on defense. Now to the defensive end. To your point, that they were deadheaded on defense from jump. They're a really good. I think they're the best defensive team left in the playoffs. Shannon, what are you doing? You got the golden opportunity at Golden State to just step on them.
Yeah.
To bury them. Just say, you can't do this anymore because we're better than you. We play better defense than you play. And instead, we get a lot of this.
Yes, half-hearted closing out. Not...
Okay. And LeBron didn't play great on defense. He had Andrew Wiggins quite a bit, and Andrew Wiggins became their X factor because even though Draymond scored 20, which is shocking in and of itself, all of a sudden Wiggs gets 25.
Yeah.
Well,
because LeBron was closing out with his hand down, and Wiggs just raising up, shooting the three.
Just shooting threes. Okay, you can't.
The scouting report said, okay, give him that shot. But it's like, if you go back to the Memphis, Skip, if you look at Rui Hachimura, it's like, okay, give him that shot. But after he hits 2, 3, or 4 of them, are you still going to give it to him? Because it seems like he's got the rhythm now. Yeah. So at some point in time, we got to chase him off the line.
Yeah. I sensed no urgency. I sensed very little energy. There was no, we got to do this now. And it felt like as Golden State just regained momentum through the second half, that they refound themselves. And they looked like, at the end, their body language said, we're back. And I don't think they fear Game 6 at all. I think they're looking forward to going back to the crypt.
Well, I think the thing is, Skip, is the Lakers are going to have to take Game 6. They're not going to roll over. Memphis rolled over.
I agree.
Memphis fell behind by 5. Next thing you know, it's 10, 15, 20, and it ended up being by 40. That's not going to happen with the Warriors.
No.
This game probably is going to come down. LeBron's going to have to be hyper because if you think about it, Skip, they lost by 16. LeBron damn near played 40 minutes.
Yep.
So I just think he missed a lot of easy shots point blank. They're
you know what? He did. He just didn't quite finish. Right. And plus, they're not giving him any calls.
Oh, they're not. They're
just not. Because you would think a man of his caliber, stature, achievement would just get phantom calls at the rim. If you just drive it, you're going to get a call. And they don't. They don't pay respect to him.
They don't. I mean, you can't allow Gary Payton Jr. to shoot more free throws than LeBron James.
Yep.
I mean, Draymond shot more free throws than LeBron.
That is correct. And if you look at the final tally of each team's free throws, which has been tilted way heavy to L.A., it's 15-15, right?
Yep.
15-15. I believe that was the second fewest free throw attempts the Lakers have had the whole season because they led the whole league in free throw attempts.
Right.
So, to me, free throw attempts are a product of your
aggressiveness,
your attack mode.
Right.
Yeah, are you in attack mode or not?
So we can't be mad because we see Draymond with 20 points. That's only the second time he's done that since 2019.
Yep.
We see Andrew Wiggins with 25 points. He's driving the basketball. He's being aggressive. One team was being aggressive. One team wasn't being aggressive.
Yep.
Skip, you can't say, well, we just shoot a bunch of free throws. They're just going to give us a call. Make them call it. Put the ball on the floor and attack.
I agree. And then finally, you get to the all-important no rebounds, no rings category.
Doubled up.
And you got
by 10.
You lost it by 10, which you haven't been, that has not been happening in the previous games in this series.
Right.
It's just a matter of desire. It's just a matter of guts. It's a matter of focus. It's a matter of we want this
more than you do.
More than you do, and they didn't. Golden State clearly was the aggressor from jump, and I'll repeat what Rudy Tomjanovich famously said once upon a time, never underestimate the heart of a champion. Well, last night, that was the heart of a champion,
Correct.
The guts of a champion, or the whatever, desire of a champion. And in the end, I step back from this and say, man, are you it scares me for your sake that it's flipped where you got Game 6 as a do or die. It's kind of like with the situation Philly is in tonight, where, okay, you can close it out. Because if you don't, you got to go back to Boston Garden. Well, at least they have won, the Sixers have, we'll talk about them in a couple of minutes, but at least they've won twice at Boston Garden, so at least they got that going. But I just don't know if you can go back and win a Game 7. I would not love your chances. So now this feels like do or die here and now.
It is. Yeah. It is. And if I'm D. Ham, when I talk to him today, it's like, look, don't even worry about packing because we're not getting on the plane.
Okay.
We're not. Not for the foreseeable future. Now, we're going to let the Suns and the Nuggets, we're going to let them duke it out. But we're going to make our stand right here. Okay. We're going to draw a line in the sand. And hey, my big guns, I need you to come out firing. None of this BS floating around and getting everybody else involved. No.
I agree.
No. We're not doing that.
Yeah. Because even last night, as sort of listless, LeBron just looked tired to me. He just looked tired.
Oh, I mean, hey, Skip, those are every other day on 38-year-old legs.
I got it. And even though AD did come out firing, I didn't see the body language. I didn't see the rip-roaring body language. I didn't see emotion spilling out of him. The numbers look pretty good. He winds up with 25 and 9, but he has 0 blocks.
That's the second time.
Yeah, second time he's had 0 blocks.
Back-to-back games.
Okay, now he only played 32 minutes because, as we're about to discuss, he got, we don't know, maybe concussed. Mm-hmm. He got hit in the side of the head. But the point is, Draymond Green outplayed Anthony Davis last night. He just did. And
Draymond outplayed everybody on the Lakers. Yeah. Not just AD, LeBron, Reeves, D'Lo, you name somebody. So did Andrew Wiggins. Yeah. So we had 2 guys to outplay everybody on the Lakers roster, hence you get to what you got.
That was, I must admit, one of the best games I've ever seen Draymond Green play.
I totally agree.
Certainly of stature, of magnitude game.
The only game
was Game 7. I know. Game 7 because he
was in the MVP.
He was in line.
I don't know because considering he had got suspended, but it's going to be hard, Skip, because he had 32 points, like 16 rebounds, like 9 assists.
He didn't quite have a triple.
I think he's 1 assist away from a triple double.
All right. Well, listen, 20 and 10. When your primary responsibility is to guard Anthony Davis is big-time basketball. And he set the tone for the team. And Steph wasn't great last night, but he was very good. And Steph, this shocked me a little bit. Steph said, I'm going to run the point tonight. Right. I'm going to organize this. I'm going to be more point guard. I'm going to be more CP3-ish tonight and get the basketball where it needs to go. And yet, Shannon, they didn't shoot you out of the gym because, remember, in games 1 and 2, they had 21 and 21 threes. Well, last night they just had 13. So it's not like, oh, my God, we just can't deal with their three-point
After the first quarter, I thought they was going to have 33.
Well, it was, they were, the arc said it looked like they're on the way to 30. But when so after the first quarter, they only made 6 threes in 3 quarters, right? Right. Okay, well, that would say you should be okay. And you weren't okay. No, you weren't okay. Because you were never even really in this. There was the little flurry in the second quarter, but after that, you were never really in the game.
And you got to stop these bad shots, Skip. I mean, they take horrible shots. They dribble. They turn the ball over. You get a little rhythm going. You break your own momentum with turnovers and ridiculous shots. And like you said, it was 54-54. Okay, now it's 56-54. Next thing you know, it's 59, 62, and now
you're down 11 at half. No good.
Yeah.
No good. Game over. Sorry. So now the issues are AD's health and maybe LeBron's health.
Yeah. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
All right.
Man, we don't do excuses this time of year.
Good luck.
AD had to use a wheelchair, reportedly, to get back to the locker room after that injury. We'll dive into that a little bit more a little later in the show, guys. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.